Hello and welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. And today we have the most iconic whiskey on my cask. It's the Old Number 7 from the Jack Daniel's distillery. The Jack Daniel's distillery is is the oldest distillery in the United States. It was founded 1866. And I think it was closed during the Prohibition, but they reopened it, and now we have the great Jack Daniel's back. And it is one of the most sold whiskies in the world. It's that iconic. And in Germany or in many other countries in the world, you can just get it at every gas station and every supermarket, except probably United States, especially in Lynchburg, Tennessee. There you can't get it, or you can have to drive to a special liquor store to buy it. Luckily, now you can buy it in Lynchburg, Tennessee at the distillery, but I don't think you're allowed to. There's still some restriction going on, and it was allowed in 2012. So let's talk about the Old Number 7. Let's go to the bottle a bit. Why is it called the Old Number 7? The answer is we really don't know. There are a number of legends. First legend is, from my point of view, it's a bit more the most plausible one. It was the 7th recipe that he tried. He tried different mash bills and different type of distillation, and on the 7th recipe he said, oh yeah, that is really good stuff and I'm gonna sell that one, and he sold it as the number 7. Second legend is that he shipped the casks, because at the beginning you probably didn't sell bottles, or not many bottles. It was just uncommon to sell bottles. You just sold barrels to bars or traders, and they then lifted the cask up and everybody came around with a mug and got a pint of whiskey or a shot of whiskey or a glass of whiskey. So and the train that carried these barrels is said to be called the train number 7. So that's one legend, and there are pictures of a train with the number 7 on it. I'm not sure when these pictures have been taken and if it's really the original train. I don't know. And the last one is that he named it the number 7 to pay tribute to the 7 women in his lives, to honor them. And that's, I think, kind of the official legend of the Jack Daniel's distillery. I'm not sure, because Jack Daniel's was, maybe he was a women's guy, but he didn't have a wife, and so women were not that important in his life, so that he never married and he never got children. And so I'm a bit skeptical, but everybody's free to believe anything they want. So the thing is, Jack Daniel's did not have any children, as I said, and so he gave on his distillery to his, I think it was, nephew. And the way that happened was actually pretty abruptly, because he died, and they say he died of his own greed, because he was a businessman, and back in the days, the times were a bit more rough, and America was not that much policed, and so you had to defend all your stuff with your guns. And he also had a safe, and that safe was not the best safe you can buy. The safe was said to be pretty safe, but the safe had the problem that it got stuck. It just wasn't built very precisely, so you close it and you couldn't open it. And he was too greedy to buy a new safe. Probably it cost a lot of money, or to repair the safe. So he got pretty angry because he wanted to get something out of the safe and couldn't open it. So he kicked the safe, and by doing that, I think he broke or bruised or something a toe of his, and he got infected, and the blood infection then was actually fatal. So that's the way he died. He died because he wanted to open a safe, got angry, and kicked it. And then he passed on his distillery to his son. Yeah. Back in the day, or back later in probably the 19th century, they didn't have these black labels. They actually had a green label, and that is the Legacy Edition. So here you can see how the bottle has been printed back in the days, and on the side you can see matured in barrels of our own making. Oh, they actually made barrels at the distillery. Interesting. Charcoal mellowed drop by drop. Today the barrels are made by the Brown-Forman cooperage. There's a video on my channel where I show how the barrels are made, and the barrels I think made every 7th or 8th second. There's barrel rolling out that factory, and yeah, pretty much nearly, or the majority, are going to the Jack Daniel's distillery. So I think I've rambled enough. Let's have a try at the whiskey. Of course, the Jack Daniel's Old No. 7 is one of the cheaper ones. Yeah, it's a everyday dram. So how much can you expect from everyday whiskey? It's definitely has that typical American Tennessee whiskey style. A lot from the virgin oak. You get a lot of oak, vanilla, caramel. But this, I think, is a bit more on the oak side, and it has a little bit of that aromatic, light smokiness. Like it's not a smokiness that you would know of a Scotch whiskey, but more of a light bonfire note. Oh, it's a typical Tennessee whiskey. It's easy on the tongue. It's sweet. It's a little bit of fruity, a little bit of vanilla, quite amount of oak, but it's pleasant on the tongue. Although it's a bit strange. You feel that it's a bit of a young whiskey. You feel the youth. It's not as a mature whiskey as a 10-year-old or something. I would estimate like, I don't know, 3 years, 4 years tops. And but the thing is, with that charcoal mellowing that the distillery does, it's very round and it kind of hides a bit that youth, but it's still there, but it's different. But the most important thing about the Jack Daniel's Old No. 7 is it's easy to drink. It's a very pleasant, easy to drink spirit. If you have a vodka or anything else, it's always very sharp, very attacking, very unpleasant. This one is easy to drink, pleasant, bit sweet, just like the Americans like it. And the thing is, if you are a single malt Scotch fan, because most of the people on our channel are, yeah, it is easy to drink, but there's not much depth to it. So I advise you, everybody should have at least one glass of Jack Daniel's Old No. 7 to know what's going on. But it's not a whiskey that a whiskey connoisseur has to have in his repertoire. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. If you found this video interesting, then please feel free to share it with your friends, and see you next time.